Hi, I'm Adam Svensson. This is going to be my 7th RBC Canadian Open.
So Adam, let's go back to when you played in your first RBC Canadian Open and you're an amateur. So when you get the information or the news that you're gonna get a spot, like, can you think back to how nervous and excited you were that you were finally gonna get to play in a Canadian Open?
Yeah, I remember I was extremely nervous. I was almost shaking on the first tee. And you know, anytime you can play in Canada, it's pretty special. So, but yeah, a lot of great memories and a lot of nervous times.
Well, how did you perform in that first round?
I think I did okay.
Yeah.
I think I missed the cut maybe by a couple shots, but no, it was a great start to my career.
Had you ever been that nervous before playing in a college event or an amateur, and then were you kind of surprised almost by how nervous you were?
Not really. I played a Canadian Tour event at Hazelmere when I was 16. I qualified there, and I was actually playing really well. And there was a bunch of cameras, and I was on, you know, heart rate was going, shaking, and I think I actually topped it when they came. So throughout the years, I got a little bit better at that.
Yeah. So speaking of that, like, you've been pro for a number of years now. You were on the PGA Tour, you went back to the Korn Ferry Tour, you're back on the PGA Tour, you're a PGA Tour winner now. Can you describe the process of just finally sort of feeling comfortable out here, and maybe what that takes to become comfortable out on the PGA Tour from week to week?
Yeah, you know, you're never really comfortable. It's always, you just never know in this game. So you're always striving to get better and better and better. And yeah, I lost my card a couple of years ago, and I knew I had to make some changes in my life and in the way I do things with golf. And yeah, I kind of just turned it around, and you know, here I am today. And you just never know. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, and I'm just glad it did.
Yeah, you've talked about that before, like golf became your job, right? And now it was, okay, I'm up at 7, I'm at the course. Was it just like a flip of the switch and the next day you're like, this is it, this is what I'm gonna do now? Did it take somebody to sit down and talk to you, or was it just self-reflection?
You know, I think the biggest thing was losing my PGA Tour card was a huge thing, and also maturing. You know, I've been on my own since college. My parents have lived in Canada, so I've had to do everything, you know, learn my lessons by myself. And yeah, I love golf so much. I couldn't imagine myself not playing it, and to lose my card, it was devastating to me. And you know, my father's been, you know, very, you know, strict on me, and I think that's been a huge part of me changing the last couple of years.
Let's go back to last year's RBC Canadian Open St. George's. You had a pretty good week, and you just think back to like how nuts and rowdy the fans were. I mean, we had a lot going on. First Canadian Open in a few years because of COVID. Live Golf was starting. It felt like everyone kind of had a chip on their shoulder. Just reflect on maybe the rowdiness and craziness of last year at St. George's.
Yeah, it was like I was saying, that putt I had about a 30-footer on 18 and made that, and that was probably one of the loudest roars I've had in a long time. And yeah, I got to watch Rory and those guys come down the stretch, and to have all the fans come around the green, it's you know, I think it's pretty good for Canada, and a pretty special tournament. And
just having that finish and seeing how crazy it was, I imagine that makes you pretty excited to get back and do it again at Oakdale. 100%.
And you know, it's only one tournament a year, so you know, it's just a special event for all the Canadians, and we have so many on the PGA Tour now, and yeah, it's going to be exciting.
Awesome. Well, we look forward to seeing you there.
Thank you.